OBS doesn't like it when I try to install my tablet, so that's a thing. But we're back. Hopefully everything's all better now. Oops. Now we can actually do things. Let me just get the music going again because that was good. Yes, phone. I know I'm online now. I just need to get my refs back out. We're just gonna be drawing a couple of my characters, dressed for Christmas, even though they're in a world where Christmas isn't technically a thing because they're D&D characters. So that's what we're doing. Got some Christmas music in the background playing. I think I'll just tweet out again that we're live. Alright, there we go. But who to draw first? Probably the one that's gonna be the most humbug, which would be Eliza, so. Found this brush online for Sai, and I just love it so much. Hi, Master Shadow. How are you? I hope you guys aren't bothered by video game Christmas music or wintry music, because that's what we're doing. I know it's technically not winter yet, but it's basically winter. Just eating some Wendy's. Wendy's can be good on occasion. It's probably like not in my top 5 for fast food, but it's probably in my top 10. I like the Frosties are typically pretty good. But I think it's their chili that I like to get there primarily. So. Snowdin is such a good theme. The sight of such a friendly town fills you with determination. Like, is it cool to talk about Undertale again? 'Cause I know it's like, might have just as much of a hatedom as it has a fandom. I'm doing okay. Snowy Valley Mountain Night is on this playlist, Justin. Trust me, that was one of the first things I thought of. It's in this playlist. I'm doing alright. I had a nightmare last night, and that woke me up in the middle of a REM sleep, and so I was a little groggy, and then I went and did CrossFit, and then at like 5:15, and then yeah, but I'm okay. I'm okay now. I had a decent breakfast and I had a cup of coffee. But yeah. I've been much worse off with more consistent sleep, so. Yeah. My body's just like, Hey, yo, fam, you wanna wake up at like 4 in the morning, like 2 hours before you gotta get up anyway for school, so you can go to the bathroom? And I'm like, no. And my body's like, okay, well, we're gonna do it anyway. I dreamed about Bendy and the Ink Machine. It was really weird. It was like this, almost like an additional chapter or something, and I was Henry, and like Bendy in his demonic form, like he had a son or something. I remember getting an axe, but it was almost like I was playing the game, like it was almost like as I was following a guide or something because of one weird part. Again, mood. Well, you know what, Doodles? Not everyone can be you. 6 or on the occasional like 4:45 to do CrossFit is fine by me. I don't like sleeping in late. So we're just gonna put my character in the ugliest Christmas sweater that I can think of. Because she would not wear a dress. She is not a dress person. Having the idea of having to get up at 4 a.m. for something makes me sick. 6 a.m.? Oh. What? That's like, honestly, if I sleep in past 7, I feel like I've wasted my entire day. I know that's weird to think about, but that's just me. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't you do bands, Charlie? Or am I crazy? Am I thinking of someone else? Let me check the levels. Yeah, that's a little loud, so I'm gonna turn that down. Hopefully that's better, because I don't want it to overpower me. That's not that weird. All my dad's like that by me having to get for like school or something. Yeah, it's always not as bad waking up at like 6:45 when your body naturally wakes you up. Like, I'm even fine if I wake up at like 6, just because that's my internal body clock. But if it's for school and it's from an alarm, suddenly it's like awful. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Christmas tunes, I mean, there's always Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, because that's just a classic at this point. I like the meme. And then again, I can never sleep when I have to be up early for something. That's a bit of a mood. But other times I'll like go to bed at like 8:30. Why can't I draw Eliza properly today? It's like not working. Rocking around the Christmas tree is a good. That's a good. I am a fan of Dominic the Donkey. I don't know if any of you guys have heard that song, but you should, because it's silly. Can't Brooke draw her characters consistent? Never. The skating from Charlie Brown series is amazing. Yep, that's that I agree with that wholeheartedly. Ah, no, you're fine. It's a jaw feel. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes anxiety or other things can get to that. Why is this so loud? It feels loud. It feels so loud. I need to figure out how to do that cool stream thingy, but I don't know how to do that. I just love the OSTs to, that's weird to say, but I love the soundtracks for the Charlie Brown Christmas special. It's one of my favorites. I grew up with it because my dad, I don't want to say shoved Peanuts down my throat, but it was just something we always watched. It makes me happy. Yeah, Christmas music, Christian Christmas music is it's a hit or miss. As someone who is Christian, it's really all depends. Yeah. I am not familiar with the Waluigi version of Carol of the Bells. That was the year before I was born. 'Cause I was born in 97. Waluigi Carol of the Bells. Why is there just dead air for like so long? I'll have to get a better version of that and replace it on the playlist. Well, I'm happy we got like 7 people here. Well, that's nice. I can't really pick out a specific Christmas as like my favorite, but Hallelujah, amazing. I wish I knew how to do like a sweater looking pattern, but I'm not that good of an artist to pull that off without spending hours on it. So I'm thinking maybe like if this was like a modern fantasy AU and Christmas was a thing, and the like, but like her husband made her wear it. It's my head. That's my headcanon for this picture. Can we all agree those stop motion Christmas specials are pretty overrated? Like Rudolph is good but runs a little long. Same with Santa Claus Coming to Town. It depends. I mean, I think there's still some charm to them, unless you're completely terrified of stop motion. You know what? Let's make the candy cane a little bit more dynamic. I just don't want out because like I grew up mainly more with Charlie Brown than any other Christmas special. Oh, that in the 30-minute special of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Like, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, one of my favorites ever. It's one of my favorite Christmas specials ever. It's so good, and that live-action remake didn't need to exist, although not Drew Carey, but Jim Carrey was probably the best actor to play the Grinch in that, though. If you wanted to, like, pin me down. I know, pop quiz, don't look it up. What's Rudolph's girlfriend's name? I have no idea. Because I've only seen the special years ago. Don't tell me this one just has a bunch of dead air time too. It does! Get good, Alan Brown, who put this up on YouTube. I didn't know, the daughter of Ares was Rudolph's girlfriend. I'll have to take a listen to that song, probably after the stream. Or something. Yup. It really all depends for me. Line art is either the least painful or the most painful. There is no in between. It feels like I have no stabilization, but it's on S3. if you guys could hear my dad just now, because he's very... Oh yeah, apparently, like, yeah, apparently the Illumination version wasn't that great, which I'm not surprised. Even Benedict Cumberbatch can't... Benedict Cumberbumble couldn't save the movie. That was my dad. My dad is a very loud person. He yells a lot in affection. Like, I can tell the difference between him just being loud and him yelling, and that was just him being loud. My dad is definitely a mood. Mario just has some good Christmas music. I want to find a video game song that doesn't use sleigh bells. I love my dad. Although he sucks as a partner in CrossFit. So we had a thing where we had to jog a 200 meters around the box this morning and toss a wall ball back and forth between each other, and he would try to like throw it out more in front of me and I would drop it, and he's mean. I don't know what you're talking about, DJ. Why is this being such a pain in the butt? We're just gonna leave it like that. Oh, I do need to add... Hello, Stocking Fan. I do need to add one song to the playlist, though. Because it's really good. I just need to make sure it doesn't play, and then I'll add it to the playlist. I don't think it'll update. But after we get through this playlist once, I'll refresh, and then you guys can listen to one of the best songs to exist. I do like the occasional board game. I do like watching other people do artwork as well. This is one version of song I was talking about in Sibylle Snowy Mountain area. Oh, right. I have links turned off. If you want to link it to me on Twitter, that would be better. It's literally a Christmas melody. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw Doodles. Yeah. Either at me or send it to my PMs. My PMs should be open on Twitter. Kirby just has such good music, and I love it. Epic Yarn has one of the strongest soundtracks, I think. It's just so happy. I can't get over it. I don't think this uses sleigh bells unless I think I missed it in the beginning. Yep, there's the sleigh bells. But, it's only as an accent, or whatever that term is in music, because I don't know jack about music. Yesterday at school, we were doing a thing where we promote Art Equals Opportunity, which is an organization that is promoting getting art classes back in school, because there's been a lot of studies about how artwork actually helps a lot of students in education. Like, it helps them be better at math and other things like that. I don't have all the information on me, but we were promoting that yesterday with our class, because one of the classes I'm taking this semester is Art and Social Change, and just talking about how people use art for that, and just using art to help promote different things and things like that. Um, and one of my classmates, she has this little accordion, like a kid's accordion or something like that, and we were just playing around and messing with it, and that was tiring my hands, and it's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's just keep pressing the buttons and making noises. But it was fun. And we're doing it again next week too, so. Is this a remix? Yeah, this is just Snowy Valak Mountain Daytime. I have both versions in the playlist. I would like to learn how to play the accordion and learn, because I remember we all had to learn how to play the recorder in 3rd grade, which I'm sure a lot of people did. But so I had to learn how to read music, but I would have to kind of relearn how to do it. Like I kind of remember some stuff, but I don't remember a whole lot. And then pretty much the exercises that we had to... Yeah. I don't think I could write music to save my life. I kind of learned how to, play the very beginning of Luigi's Mansion, the Luigi's Mansion theme on the piano, though. Was the snowy area from Xenoblade 2, just saying because you mentioned Valak Mountain. I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but I should. I've heard it's good. But I don't know, just Rex's design is a little to me, so I'm not sure how much I'm very petty. To play piano again, probably would improvise. That's impressive. I would like to learn how to play a bunch of instruments, honestly. It's just time and money. I don't doubt Rex is a bean, I just think his design's a little dumb. That makes sense. Trust me, I don't doubt that he is a good boy, TM, but it's just one of those things. God, like Eliza's husband would definitely be the one to drag Eliza to like an ugly sweater contest, and they'd be wearing like matching ugly sweaters. Justin, would this be canon? Yeah, the poor guy got killed. But at least they gave the reason that it was it didn't start development until after or like it was already in progress like before or something. Smash. So I didn't like the alphabet seeing that put into context. Yeah, I'm sure it makes sense in context, but it's not the most appealing design to me. Which I think is probably a fair subjective criticism. As much sense as that could make. I think watching artist streams are really cool because you can learn about how they do things. And you can pick up techniques from them as you observe them. or you just get an idea for how they work. Also, like, I can't sink my teeth into Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because I can't afford to spend any more money right now. I'm saving, and then there's, the fact that I'm already in, like, mostly through Octopath Traveler, so I can't sink my teeth into a meaty, RPG right now. Yep, I'm saving up for a plane ticket to Momocon. Currently. I technically could afford it right now with my commission money, but that's for when I eventually move out and go to live with Justin in Tennessee. Gotta make this the most tacky colored sweater I can manage. So that's what makes it fun. Ooh, spearmint tea sounds lovely. One of my favorite teas is, I don't know. I know Trader Joe's is around other places in the US, but I know it's here in California. And oh, dope. But that's awesome, actually. Like, I've never heard of anyone like growing their own tea leaves, but that's super cool. Oh, brew. But still, that's... I normally have, like... I've never, like, done the more traditional way of, like, not having them already in a little tiny bag that you can just put in your cup. But... sounds neat. I was on a train of thought, and then I lost it. Oh well. It wasn't that important anyway. How they managed to grow tea in Ireland is beyond me. It probably is like... I don't know. I mean, it's not like Ireland is always cold, probably, so it's... or what... I'm sure at some points of the year it has the proper climate for tea growing. I mean, it's like right next to England. It can't... For added techness, put the colors at max saturation. Look, I want to be able to look at this later, PJ. I want it to be tacky, but still not awful to look at. If that makes sense. Artistic, like... what's the term I'm looking for? It's like... tackiness, but not aesthetically unappealing, if that makes any sense. The reason why I grow my own mint leaves is because I like to harvest and dry the leaves. When you dry peppermint leaves, and antioxidant values are higher It's better to have your own mint leaves for pennies on the dollar and than spend $4 on 20 bags of peppermint tea bags. Because I needed the reference for where the, layers went, Doodles. Oops. Wrong layer. Because green and red are complementary colors, there's a little bit of weird, not blurring, but there's like just a weird effect when the colors are right next to each other. I just needed it as a reference point. I can't see them either mixed together. Yep, cause you're red and green colorblind, Doodles. This is probably just one messy blob that doesn't look any different. I think the saturation levels are similar too. Let me check. Where's the window for that? Hue and saturation. I need to do the whole image. Maybe if I did it like this, it would count it. Let me check. Nope, still only counts the layer. Maybe if it was a little bit lighter. That's a little better. I think. Or maybe I should make it darker. I'll just leave it as it is. Heaton's hosting me. That's a loud noise. I need to figure out how to... I need to get a gift for that. But thank you, Heaton. I don't know if you're here watching the stream, but I appreciate you hosting me. I'm trying to get to 50 followers so I can hit affiliate. I'm super close. I'm at like 48. What are good ornament colors? I was thinking of just doing like... Well, I mean, you can still stream Heaton. He's fine. Yeah, let's kill some dudes. Hopefully. Let's see how the initiative order goes. I don't want to have them all white. I don't want to be too clashing. I know this is supposed to be an ugly sweater, but... But I need something that won't entirely look awful. You finished the first episode of CR? That's good. Goody goody gumdrops, because I love Critical Role. So good. I could do full-on saturation red, but I'm not that mean. The problem is with the picture I picked. Nobody warned me about Caleb. Caleb is so good. I love him. You could do like a deeper red, I suppose. And I could do like a dark green. The good German disaster dad. Yep, he's the good German disaster dad. Maybe. But I think I like the offset colors here. Justin, tell me Jax wouldn't totally just force Eliza to wear an ugly sweater. Tell me he wouldn't, because he totally would. He'd be totally down for tacky Christmas sweaters. Ford is definitely the dad of the group. Like, no lie, he is. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page, Justin. Every Pokemon, that's a lot of, that's 151 Pokemon, Charlie. I hope you're prepared. And if Clefairy's not near the top, I'm sorry, we can't be friends anymore. I think if I had to pick, I mean, I guess it just goes back to, I think Taliesin and Sam are the best players. Because they're so enjoyable all the time. They're making actually pretty sure I'm trying to make them flow script-wise. You have to draw Ko in a T-Rex Christmas sweater? You do it! Do it. I'm just gonna cheat a little. Just do that, and then I can just take the white and do this. Because I don't want to use the selection tool because I'm lazy. There we go. Yes, Bo is the best disaster lesbian. I love Bo. There's so many good moments. I love Bo. Bo and Ford are just so good. They're so strong. It's just, they work off each other well. So you know what? That's fair, PJ. It is a mood. But remember, she's only finished the first episode, so we don't want to spoil anything. Because there's stuff I would like to talk about. Good dad and his gay mess of a daughter. Yep, pretty much. I'm forcing myself to use colors I don't normally use. Hope. I saw an anime clip. I'm not trying to steal from Mord. Oh, yep. That's definitely later on. When you're more caught up, I'll have to link you to Critical Role as Vines because they're just so good. Nah, typos happen. Krabs, Molly Mock, and Caleb. These are my favorites. I love them so much. When I was drawing Chris from Delta Ring, the final product didn't look right because the colors were different than what I normally use. Yeah, because I normally, if you've seen my artwork, I've not heard of Houses and Humans, but dad characters are great. This is why I need to play a game with Xavier again, because he is good dad. He is tired dad. I have too many. If it's a D&D show, I already watched too many of those with Dice, Camera, Action, and Critical Role, and I want to listen to Adventure Zone. I normally stick to, like, blue colors, like cool colors, so using more warm colors and green is normally out of my zone. But yeah, Caleb is so good, and I love Not. And the whole party dynamic is so good. It's just so strong, and I only wish that Ashley could be there more, but she can't be. Nice! I can't wait to see those, Heaton. I can't, but on to the next one. We're gonna do probably Abigail next. I want to figure out what she would wear. But yeah, I love them. Especially since I listened to the first campaign and they're all pretty radically different compared to their other counterparts. Like, poor Caleb is such an anxious disaster dad, and it's good. But back to the Christmas stuff so more people can participate. Is a short about monsters playing D&D where they're playing as humans. Oh, okay. And then I'll have to give that a look. There's a video that Justin showed me. That's, I don't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but it was about cursed dice. And how just they kept rolling ones. And then they just ended up it's ridiculous and stupid but extremely relatable, and it's so funny. So Justin, if you got a link, Dormobster or something. I want to say that Akari that turned into a completely different character than I wanted her to be. Thanks, Seven Deadly Schmucks. I mean, Akari is really good, though. She's a precious bean that'll kick your ass. Have we looped in the playlist? No, we still got a couple. But yeah, that Door Monster video it's good. Top 10 Deadly Six members. Oh god. It's sure to fly around while it's headed toward the ground. This winter's gonna be long. Yeah. This winter's gonna be long. Brentafloss is really good at what he does. I don't know what Abigail would wear. Can I eat it? Sure, only the consequences will stop you. That's so good. Just realized that the drawing of my Avi is from last year. Yikes. Yeah, my CrossFit picture on Wodify was like the same for 2 years. And I finally changed it. Like, Abigail's not necessarily a dress person, but she's not necessarily an ugly sweater person. So it's like, I don't know what to do. We got 9 people here. Alright, thank you for the links and PMs, Doodles. Sticking with Heaton as Matt Murdock for a while. Because Yuki is a good. I'm just gonna enjoy screaming of my Sona. We go from talking about disaster gingers to talking about the disaster ginger to talking about the other disaster ginger. I think I should stick with a proper sweater, not like an ugly one, but like a warm wool sweater. Yeah, I could see that. Abigail is the type of person who will literally shoot herself in the foot just to get her teammate to talk to her, and then it doesn't work. That's something that happens. Aww. She's a disaster bisexual. I really do like that, I really do like that picture. Doodles. I need to look at like different sweater designs because oh yeah, here, she's a half-elf. That looks closer to a full-blood elf. Tonight's session's gonna be very interesting. Do you have a plan? It's not a great plan, but a plan. It really all depends on how the initiative order happens. I really hope we don't have to blow up the ship. I hope we don't, because I want to check the cabin's quarters, and I want to see if we can get any information about stuff. Watching this is making me feel nervous about using too many construction and sketch layers. Dude, if that's just how you draw, that's fine. Plus, we gotta, like... Yeah, I know. I know it's not... Like, we gotta at least get some of the money off of the boat. I have a plan myself when it comes to dealing with Mr. I screwed him literally for a boat, so... Out of context D&D is always fun. Something I enjoy is I never get tired of... I never get tired of Vine compilations where they're like, oh, like it's the rogue in the bard or something like that. They're just so funny because the Vines themselves are already funny, but when people are like, yo, because I posted a whip once and ended up showing, I had like 73 layers, granted most of those layers were just copy-pasted heads for the sake of proportion measurements, but still yikes. Dude, sometimes I have to do at least 2 or 3 sketch layers because I'm so messy. Like, I am super messy. I have... Did I get 50? Did I get 50 stuff? I need to go look at this. Did I hit 50 followers? I need to go to my dashboard. Well, you should... It's just how I draw. Yay! I'm so happy. Now I just need to stream probably a little bit tomorrow, and then I'll officially hit affiliate, and then I can start making like emotes and stuff. I have now a good portion of classes, and I think Rogue, Barbarian, Fighter are gonna be my stick too. Yay! I'm so happy. Yay! Now I can shill for money properly once I stream once more tomorrow. Oh yeah, I feel you, Heaton. I can't wait to play freaking Minnie because she's a gnome barbarian, so. I do layers for the head, hair, eyes, bodies, arms, and different clothes. Believe me, you're much tidier than— You haven't seen some of my artwork pieces. Like, it gets stupid. I think the playlist finally ended, so I'm going to refresh the page. And I need to play one of the things it's at the end of the playlists, and then I'll just refresh it. Oh boy, here we go. It's the cloudless way to spow, moving around is slow.
Because of all the irritating snow. Yes, it's clear that we're in the token ice world.
yourself with rage.
For instead of you fighting through, your controls are fighting you through the whole darn stage. You've been through meadows and desert and water and forest and sky, all since level 1. Now is the time for your talents to shine as you brave the tundra atop. And slip and slip and slip and slip and fall onto your bum. You're struggling with the
Look, if you can get the jump on your enemies with Assassinate, that's stupid.
while the icicles hit the floor as you beg and
Instinct no more. Now we can go back up to the top of the playlist. Yeah, just doing a whole bunch of damages once is so much fun. But yeah, if you're like out of initiative and you get the surprise and then like automatic crit, that's stupid. Rogues are broken. Rogues are so broken. They're so broken. Take care, PJ. Thank you for coming. I did not draw her eyes correctly. No. Because Assassinate works, like, before... You have to go either before them in initiative, or you just get the jump on them for it to count. They balance it for another reason, because if you don't get that first strike... Exactly! Like, if you don't get the first jump on them, then, like, Assassinate is completely useless to you. Well, I thought Assassinate was once per fight, because, like... Yep. Pretty much. Because you gotta go before them, before they've even taken a turn period. Coupled with sneak attack damage. Rogues are the stupid DPS. That hand doesn't look correct. And that's a big mood. Let's just not do hands. Let's just screw drawing hands today. Let's just not do it. Wrong pen. We're doing mitten hands because I don't feel like drawing fingers this morning. We got 12 viewers. You guys are crazy. But I appreciate it. Okay, that combo, that's a possibility of Max doing 152 damage in one turn. That's insane. What is Conjure Volley again? Because I think that's a ranger thing, if memory serves. Did I do her hair right? Well, I don't have the right ref up. Because I'm silly. No, I didn't do her hair right. You can conjure 8d8 damage worth of arrows, baby. Dang. You're mostly killing time waiting for someone in the bathroom to show up. Yeah, to work on the bathroom. Without getting gross, like, I am sick and tired of my bathroom because the toilet chain doesn't want to do it. It just doesn't want to work. It keeps falling off the hook. And it's just a pain. Ranger Rogue. I'm assuming a hunter subclass, and then like obviously like assassin subclass for the rogue class. Yep. We're just talking about the sexy damage that you can do with the right combination. It's almost like Jeff is a trained killer or something. Who knew? Oof. Oof, Doodles, I'm so sorry. That's awful sounding. But yeah, I'm just working on the second character, and I hit 50 followers, so once I stream once more tomorrow, I'll have hit affiliate, and that makes me really happy. I have a whole bunch of stuff planned. I don't know if you heard my dad sneeze, but I muted to yell at bless you at him. I wish I knew what Avi said in detail so then I could say that, because I find that amusing. First character you drew, that was cool. I didn't comment on it in time. Well, thank you. That keeps being made into a dad against his will. Yeah. Yeah. He's a tired dad that just needs a nap. That's what Jeff is at this point. Was that why he yelled? No, my dad yelled earlier just saying hi because he's like that, but my dad just sneezed a few moments ago and then I muted myself to yell back bless you at him so I didn't hurt your ears. Why do people keep fostering children onto this mercenary? I don't know, Heaton! Wait, 4 times? I know Gimlet, but what are like the other ones? Did it happen in, Geist? I just find that incredibly amusing. This line isn't good, so I'm gonna fix it. Yes, he's Gimlet's dad, ended up being a dad in Geist, and yes, in Golden Sky and again in Hunter. Welp! This, you know what, we don't expect these things to happen, but it does. Like, you expected us to try and attack the poor giant, but then Caden was like, let's not do that. Alright, have fun watching the news if you can. I personally can't, but that's just me. In one of these games, make him re-roll a character? Are you gonna make him have to re-roll if that happens? Out of spite. Rocks fall, just Caden dies. Caden makes things interesting. Yes. Yes, he did. Off topic, I've got another window open. Don't decide playing this stream. I have to tell you about Dungeons and Dragon Age last night. I will happily hear the story. Because I love hearing your stories. If Justin's still here, here's your Snowy Valak Mountain Knight, Frick Lord. Tell me about Dungeons and Dragon Age. I need to know about this. If I need to have you hop into a private call, to tell it, then I will happily do so. Yeah, let me just call you up on the Discords. Oh, this is gonna be weird with the music and stuff, but just give me a hot pick and flick in second. There you go. Let's start a voice call. I'll have to lower the music. Hello?
Okay, hello.
Hello. I'll have to bump up Discord or turn the music off.
Okay. Fucking. Okay.
Tell me all about it.
So there's. Let me. Okay, children. Let me tell you something. I've had a lot of experiences as a DM now, and let me tell you, I've never had more fun than I have on the other side of the table. God damn it. So I had 2 events planned for last night, because we didn't really do anything in the first session, and it's been a while, so I wanted to have them do something. So I'm playing with Red and with Gregor, and so they're going to sneak into this Orlesian party was the plan. And I said, well, you don't really have the necessary shit to do that right now, but I said, Gregor, you have a contact who does. And he goes, I do? And I said, yeah, you do. And so they meet Yvette, who is this character that I've had kicking around in the background as like... The idea is that she's a party crasher, basically. She crashes noble people's parties to get information. Basically, she wants to be able to play the game, but she can't because doesn't have any proper breeding or what the fuck ever. So she sets them up, and it's a really great interaction. I love this character. So as they're leaving, I roll their encounter dice to see if they run into anybody, and they do. They bump into these 4 apostate mages as they're leaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 of them. Cultists in D&D, so you know, are, I believe, CR 1/8 or CR 1/4, one or the other. I don't fucking. The point is, technically, this was a fight that they were not properly stacked for.
What level were they?
Oh, they're level 2.
Okay.
So they're not totally. They're level 2 now. I think they were. Or no, they're level 3 now. Yeah, they're level 3 now. So it was basically that it was something that a party of 4 should have had, because there were 4 of them, but I was like, there's 2 of them, this is gonna be bad. I'm like, I'm gonna have to curve this damage down probably. So I'm sitting here, and fucking Red is like, okay, so she's playing a Templar, so I'm like, how do you wanna subdue them? And she goes, okay, I wanna chase after them, and she says, I wanna power slide into them and knock them down like bowling pins.
I need to play a game with Red at some point.
Playing D&D with Red is fucking great. I play Pathfinder with Red on a semi-regular basis, and it's phenomenal. So, I hate introducing the fuck word to Brick's stream. Yeah, basically. So she power slides into them, and I'm like, alright, I have to roll their dex saves. I'm like, roll me an acrobatics check, and she goes, okay. So she gets like a 16, and I'm like, okay, that's not bad. No joke. I roll 4 different dex checks. 4, 4, 9, 6.
Did they get any bonuses to that, or was just like...
No bonus, no. So, I'm like, alright, so you somehow power slide into all of them, you knock all of them down, they're all prone, what do you want to fucking... So she doesn't want to fight, she doesn't want to kill them, which is fine, which is weird, because they're apostate mages and she's a Templar, but that's you have to know about Dragon Age. Never mind. So
That's not here. That's here nor there. That's here nor there.
that's neither here nor there. So she's fighting them. Oh my fucking god. Okay. So she's fighting these mages. And they're hit Maxwell, Gregor's character, hits them. Jaina, who is Red's character, hits. And I'm like, okay. Miss. Okay. Oh no, I take that back. The second one hit Maxwell. Lydia caught him in a lightning lure. So she hits. So then the two of them hit again. Then I roll a second time. Miss. I'm like, this is unfucking believable. How is this possible? How is this happening?
You have played D&D with me. You know this is possible.
No. Brooke, let me tell you something. This encounter lasted like two to three full rounds. Not once did one of them break 10. Not once. It was all single digits the whole round, every time. I'm like, you gotta be fucking joking. This is ridiculous. So Jane is like, I don't wanna kill you. Like, so she tries to, she's like, can I do a persuasion check? I go, yeah, sure. She rolls her persuasion check. The first three, Lydia, Manuel, and Jean are like, oh, okay. No, she doesn't want to hurt us. Alright, clearly. I roll the last dude, Enzo. He gets a nat 1.
Uh-huh.
So he just leans back and he just goes, fuck off, you Templar bitch! And she just looks at them and goes, would you be mad if I knocked him out? And the three of them look at each other and are like, no. He deserves it at this point. She clocks him in the face with her shield and knocks him unconscious. And so she talks with them, and they're all like teenagers. The whole point of it was supposed to be like, oh, Anders lied to us! The devastation at Kirkwall was not that bad. The Templars were not the most terrible people there. Holy shit. Oh my god, no. It was all revelations. It set them up for the Anders-based side quest that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fun. So she made friends with these four. I made a joke to Red. I'm like, you reached the teens. And she goes, damn it, I do enough teen outreach as it is. I go, well, you're doing it now. Now, so that was just a mess. Like, it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
That first encounter. And I'm like, okay. So their second thing is that they're going to infiltrate this party. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. This is going to be where the challenge is. God fucking damn it. So... So Jane is distracting the guests while Maxwell is searching the house. And he runs across this maid. Okay, so they're in the house investigating because they believe that the head of the house is doing blood magic, which is illegal in Norway. And so he comes across this maid who only has one hand. And he asks her, how did you lose your hand? And she said it was a punishment from my lady. She said she needed it, which is a thing that you do for blood magic, is you cut people's limbs off. So...
Good. Great.
So he talks to her, and he says, do you know where I can... He said, I'm trying to... He tells her what the deal is. He gives her the situation. And she says, okay, I know... He says, is there a room in the house where the servants go and don't come out? And she said, yes, there is, upstairs. And he goes, okay. I'm like, roll an investigation check. So he rolls a nat 20.
Of course he does.
No way to get stupider. I rolled a stealth check to see how well she had hidden this room. I rolled a nat 1! So I'm like... I'm losing my... I'm like, you've gotta be fucking joking! And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you find it. Because it's the only room in the house where there's just a fucking huge blood stain on the carpet in front of the fucking door, I guess.
It's clearly labeled.
I mean, Yeah, there's a note on it that says murder room, do not open. Oh wait, it's gonna get dumber. So he goes in, and I'm like, roll another investigation check, and he rolls. And he finds... I'm like, you're sifting around, you find a ledger that documents which servants had been in here. Basically, I was making an Elizabeth Bathory parody the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you find the ledger of all the servants that she has been sacrificing, how much of their blood she's taken, what she's used the blood for. And I said, you found a couple of things, but, like, you don't... And so I roll again. I roll, like, a stealth check again to see how well did she hide it. I get another nat 1. So I'm like, you find the... I'm like, I don't want to say that you, like, find the ritual knife with her fucking name on it, but, like, I mean...
It's basically what happens.
Basically what happened. So I'm like, alright, you find a sword with the family crest on it that has been with runes carved into it that indicate that it's for blood magic. Which is basically like, yeah, which is like a signed note that says, hey, I did it. And I'm like, Jesus fuck. Now, also...
Hello, Josh.
God damn it. In certain encounters, for certain situations, I roll a percentile dice in order to see if canon Dragon Age characters will show up, because they're agents of the Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
I have a percentile dice. I rolled a 100.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, so as you're leaving, because this was the dialogue, was that I was like, as you're leaving, it occurs to you that you haven't encountered the lady of the house yet. What I wanted to do was have them encounter the lady of the house, have her be like, hoeing the servant by the neck and be like, so I heard you're snooping around in my shit. And like maybe kick off something. I rolled a fucking 100 on my percentile dice. So I'm like, it occurs to you that you haven't seen the lady of the house all evening, and she finally shows up. Standing next to Knight Enchanter Vivienne. Who is a canon Dragon Age character. I'm like, and I told them, I said, I do this in certain encounters so that, because I don't want it to feel like I'm, like 75% of the population of NPCs in this game are characters I made. So I did this, I chose to implement it this way specifically so that it doesn't feel like they're just playing, like, with action figures, you know?
Yeah.
So it feels like if you run into the canon characters, you do it naturally. And I'm just sitting here with my fucking head in my hands. I'm like, how in the fuck? And I'm like, and I told them, I'm like, this was supposed to be an encounter. It was supposed to be an encounter, but if Vivienne's here, I roll her insight to see if she knows that the two of them work for the Inquisition, and of course she passes, because she's fucking Vivienne. So she passes, and she tells them, do you have a smoking gun? Like, do you have proof that she's doing what we think she's doing? They nod. She goes, great, get out, I'll deal with it. And I said, as you leave, you hear horrible, horrible screaming. There was gonna be a whole encounter. But Vivienne's just here, so she's just gonna freeze everybody. Fuck it. I'm like, at this point, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, and I spent that entire session having to repeatedly qualify, like, I'm trying! I'm trying my best to make this, like, a proper, like, challenge and to give you, like, actual encounters. Fuck!
But the dice! Just the dice.
Well, the funniest part, like, the funniest part of this whole meme is that the last session was like this, too. Where Jaina, I'm like, alright, you encounter the dude that you were sent here to find. What are you gonna do, Jaina? I'm gonna hit him with my sword. Dope. Roll me to see if you hit. Rolled a nat 20. Alright, roll me your damage. She rolls max damage. She literally just walked in, kicked his door down, walked up to him, and cut him in half.
Jeezums.
Like, I'm like, you just, like, did double his HP in one hit. God damn it. Just murdered him to death. It was great. I'm like, Jesus, the maker wants you guys to just fucking do it, I guess. Holy hell. Oh, it was funny.
The dice just want a narrative.
You know what? I guess.
That's just how it goes.
This is Dinah the disaster lesbian all over again.
Like, I should have had to re-roll Zephyr, I should have had to re-roll with Eliza.
Oh, you absolutely should have had to re-roll Zephyr. I absolutely did double your HP. I would have been like, yeah, first session, hey, roll a new character.
I don't even know what I would have done at that point.
Would have killed half your party in one fucking sweep. Beautiful. Oh god, I'm like, no, please.
Like, I would have probably had to re-roll way if you guys were mean.
Probably.
I'm not allowed to have good first combat sessions.
Did I fucking tell you about the magic of Dinah the lesbian?
No.
Oh god. Okay, so this is in the Pathfinder game I play with Red. So the character I play is an Inquisitor. Her name's Dinah Moses. Her nickname is Dynamo, but I'm Tish.
I like it.
And she's like huge. She's like 6'2". She's like 6'2", 6'3". She's super beefy. Our rogue made the joke when he met up with her that he thought she was a man until she tipped her hat back, and he's like, "Oh no, you're a woman." And she's like, "Yeah, I get that a lot." So she's a big butch lesbian.
I'm down.
And so when I play as her, I've been getting like semi-normal rolls here and there. I failed a medicine check. I pass a strength check, whatever. The 2 times I've been in combat, and the active intent is to impress a cute girl, every time, critical hits. Every time. Every time Dinah wants to get a cute girl's attention, critical hits.
That's amazing.
She's killed both of the people that she's fought in one swipe because a cute girl needed to be defended and or impressed.
I'm very pleased.
So the power of boners is indeed stronger.
At least your disaster... your disaster gay is much more successful than my disaster gay.
I mean, she shot herself in the foot.
And, yeah, I never said Abigail was... I mean, she was able to make guns and improve what design was already there, but she thinks shooting herself in the foot is a good idea.
It just cracks me up, because, like, this is Akari's first impression of this party. You nerds are fighting, and then you shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, sure.
I mean, like, you weren't there, but Abigail tried, because she's a disaster by through and through, so she's, like, trying to flirt with the worst NPC to ever exist, Justin. Which you haven't met because you had to leave early before you got to meet up, so maybe we could rectify that. She tried flirting with him, but I rolled under a 10, and I'm just like, dang it, god dang it. He was clearly into me, and I just failed on every possible level.
You hecked it right up, is the thing. I would also like to make a meme at Boonslayer's expense. We were talking the other day about, because we found a post that was like, can you really call yourself a bard if you don't fuck your way through 75% of your problems? Yeah. And Boone said something along the lines of like, I guess then Madrash is a failure. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You have not fucked your way out of a problem, but I would also like to posit that he's not a failure, because in the span of a week, you had sex with both the captain of the Royal Guard and the most feared pirate in the world. You know, I'm just saying.
Like, I mean, Wei can't be considered a good bard either, because she never tried to flirt her way out of situations.
Specifically, like, did I? We were streaming, I think the other day, and I was talking to Avi, and we were telling him, we're like selling him on playing D&D, and I told him that joke that the bard class is the fuck your way out of every problem, and he goes, I want to play a bard then, I can finally be the slut I was meant to be, and I'm like, then be a tiefling bard, max charisma. Be a sexy demon bard and sleep your way out of all of your problems.
Yeah.
And then Ben helpfully corrects and says, a tiefling warlock will do the same thing. And I'm like, I mean, yeah.
I have a tiefling fighter that I want to play at some point. He's supposed to be a ladies' man, so hopefully I can pull that off. But he's also got another soul inside of him, so that's a thing, because I like ripping off Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm a big fan currently of Amon in the 2 encounters that I've gotten to have him, because he is a mess. He's a good soft boy who has a deep affinity for Prince Charming types. Basically, he's a good soft gay who very much likes knight jocks. And he's, you know, there's just a symbiote that lives in his body. It's no big deal. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Corinthian is probably in Silver's campaign one of my fucking favorite things. Because I like that the whole party is like, yeah, this is just a thing that you do. You just turn into this big bloody Wendigo monster. Nope, totally fine. This is alright.
This is what we're doing.
In the campaign I'm playing with Mavi and Ben, he hasn't transformed yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing how the party reacts to that.
Yep.
Though he did almost kill one of the Royals' brothers because he's a fucking piece of shit. So Amon made his pact to turn into a demon when he was left for dead out in the desert, basically. And the guy is goading him, and he's like, fucking, you sold your soul to Satan, you piece of shit. And he's like, fuck you, what did you want me to do? Like, what other option did I have? And he just looks at him and goes, you had the option to die in the desert with dignity. And I'm like, can I roll a wisdom save? And then he goes, why? And I go, to not turn into Corinthian and eat him? Oh, it was great. I love that campaign, unironically.
I wish I wasn't in school so that I could be in more campaigns. Because
See, the joke's on you. I have no job, I'm not being home, and I'm not being schooled and have no life, so I can play all the D&D I want!
I just need to marry Justin and move out to Tennessee, then I'll have all the time in the world.
All the time in the world to play D&D.
I have too many characters I want to play, and I just keep making more characters!
Yeah, I made like 5.
Like, I have Rana that I can't wait to play as, because I think you didn't get to hear this last night because your Discord died, but Rana sounds just like Jester from Critical Role.
She is cute Russian girl, yes.
And then, like, there's my timid barbarian gnome, because I want to do something stupid.
I'm a big fan of the character I made for the one-shot we're gonna play at MomoCon.
The...
Oh my gosh, I like Ashura. My monk barbarian multi-class, it's dope!
Don't, he pissed off Dad.
He can do unarmed strike, fury of blows, and all of that while raging, and just fuck up your life.
Yup.
He is a good soft dad, unless you were one of the people who burned down his monastery, in which case he will kick your skull off of your shoulders. Wish I was in more campaigns, period. Yeah, hell yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm in a shit ton of them, and under normal circumstances this would be cause for burnout, which is why I made a bunch of them monthly.
But speaking of monthly, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's session with the Modern Fantasy.
I do quite like the Modern Age. I'm excited about that.
I get to be good Dr. Wolf Mom.
I get to be a shit ton of people. I love this implementation that I have for Kazuo in this particular game. I'm like, no, the people who play Arakashi have to shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about this person. This strange red-haired, one-eyed mystery man. Shut up.
I'm not even in Arakashi, and I've just seen enough of him.
Okay, Kazuo, we played Arakashi 2 days ago. Kazuo is probably becoming one of my all-time favorite D&D characters that I've ever played. Because he's one of the, like, most multifaceted.
Mm-hmm.
Insofar as that, so, like, he keeps having arguments with Mike about, because Mike's
Pacifist.
yeah, he's pacifist, he won't kill people, and Kazuo, who is murder incarnate, is like, you're holding the group back, you're being an active hindrance, you're a problem, you have to just get over yourself and just fucking do what needs doing, whatever. And he keeps yelling at Mike because he's like, you're worthless, Block, he's a piece of shit. And Mike tells him, like, yeah, well, basically it amounts to, you're a shit tier leader, and Kazuo turns around, looks at him, and goes, I have been saying this since day one. You're preaching to the choir. If you're trying to hurt my feelings, it's not working.
Jeez.
I am very bad at this. I didn't ask for this. Shut the fuck up.
It's kind of like how Zavir was a little bit, because, like, my charisma was my dump stat. It was at 10, and he became the face. Why did this happen?
It was hilarious.
Why?
Despite the fact that Takeo is the softest bean, and was an actual folk hero. Statistically speaking, Takeo should have been the face of your party, and the fact that he wasn't is the greatest thing ever. I fucking love D&D.
I'm just like, Zavir just wants to do what he's been told to do, so he's just gonna keep pushing the objective and then fall into a hole and nearly step into a bear trap.
It was a work of art. And then kick the cleric unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's one of my fucking favorite things to have ever happened in a fucking game. I can't fucking believe I still can't fucking believe that happened.
I hate my life. I can't get nat 20s without them being bad. I can't get nat 1s without having to probably re-roll, but my DMs are very kind to me. I'm a disaster player.
This top tier meme, brought to you by Brooke's terrible Dungeons and Dice I will say Dungeons and Dice Monsters. You know what? Fuck it, sure. Her terrible D&D, luck is... So you just... The cleric gets knocked out. They get the cleric back up and back
Which
up.
I did, by the way!
Which you did. So you bring them back up to 1 HP, and then she goes and she goes to roundhouse kick the ninja they're fighting, and she rolls a nat 1 and goes wide. So you I'm like, roll damage. She rolls damage, and I'm just laughing my ass off, and I go, okay. So you go in for a kick, you go to kick her right in her fucking face, and she leans back and you miss, and you follow all the way through, and Hana is standing behind you, so you completely go wide, and you just clock Hana in the jaw with your heel, and you knock her right back unconscious. Oh
Yeah.
god, it was great!
This is why I'm not allowed to play D&D at low levels.
I mean, in fairness, this was also the same top tier meme where Takeo turned himself into a bear and then got massively poisoned.
Yeah. And then
It's almost like it's almost like making yourself a bigger target against a dex-based opponent was a really stupid idea.
At least he was doing what his class was supposed to do and turn into animals.
Yeah, he was adhering to his wild shape selection, that's for sure. Takeo's a good boy, he does his best.
He does his best. And then I promptly kicked, and then just the training session where Zavir completely kicked the shit out of his bear form.
He did, it was very impressive. You beat up a bear, as all of the anime foretold.
It just occurred to me that because of Zavir's backstory and stuff like that, with his jacked up hands, he kind of turned into Midoriya unintentionally, because he primarily kicks now.
He did. He is a weird combination of Sanji and Midoriya, and I love him.
See, an excuse to play him again.
He's a good boy. I'm a big fan.
Well, I'm glad you like him.
I like dads. We've already talked about
That's
this.
true.
I already outed myself on your stream. So I'm assuming that Molly Mock, by the way, is a blood hunter, yeah?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Which I think is hilarious. Like, you know, I think it's so weirdly pure to be like, hey, you made this new class, so I'm gonna play it for everybody so they can see how cool your new thing is, friend. Like, that made me feel so good inside.
The Critical Role people are all beans in their own right. Taliesin went completely edgy. Like, you should listen to the first campaign. Like, Percy is, like, super edgelord, but in, like, a good way. I mean, Taliesin's Twitter handle is Executive Goth. He's the goth girlfriend we don't deserve.
He is the small titty goth girlfriend. He and Taliesin made it together, I believe. I think he did. I think the two of them made it together, they said.
Matt's made a lot of classes.
But it's good. It's a good class. And it's so, like I said, it just reads as being so pure to me. That he's like, I'm gonna play the class you made, friend, then everyone can see how cool this thing you did was.
Yee.
I also deeply appreciate his stupid bullshit tarot card readings. They make me very happy.
Mm-hmm. Molly's just so much fun.
I have deep affection for this. I like, this is the case of, like, what is your favorite character, the mentor character? Like, without a doubt. Captain Bravo, Kakashi, fucking, like, unilaterally.
Yep.
My favorite character is the mentor character. Aizawa, like,
Yep.
the teacher or the mentor is always my favorite. I always find them the most interesting. So, like, so Molly Mock is phenomenal. I like Ford. I like Caleb. I'm just gonna put my arm around these dads. I love them. I love these dads.
They're good dads.
I want to know Caleb's tragic backstory.
You'll get there eventually. And oh boy.
Because I'm assuming.
You are assuming correctly. That anxious ball of wizardry clearly has a tragic backstory.
Yes. Well, yeah, the minute that he was like, the academy, yep, sure. I was like, okay, what happened to you? What happened to you, my good dad? I want to find out. I want to take care of you. I hope everyone who follows me on Twitter is ready for just shit tons of fan art.
I honestly, like, one of the first thoughts I had was, like, I can't wait to see Heat and Druff fan art for Critical Role.
Just watch me draw shit tons of, like... Why do you have 40 drawings of Caleb on your computer? Look. Are you already... The question you should be asking is, are you already making a Molly Mock avatar folder? And the answer is, I'm going to wait until episode 5, so I spoil as little for myself as humanly possible.
You're gonna wait a lot longer. If you want, I can find them for you.
Yes, please.
I will find you all of the Molly Mock fan art.
Are you adding him to your avatar folder? The answer is yes. I would add Caleb, but he does not represent me as well as Molly Mock does.
If I had to use a Critical Role character, it'd probably be Jester.
You are soft like her.
Or Pike from the first campaign. The good bean, the good cleric.
I also just want to give Not head pats.
She needs head pats.
I don't want to give her hugs because I'm afraid that she'll steal my shit.
She only likes shiny things. Like people's canes and things. And like shiny rocks.
The clip I saw was of her fucking around in Ford's shit. And Molly's like, "You looking for this?" and holds up a piece of paper.
That's
Trade
one of
you.
the best moments.
Well, I love the reaction is my favorite. The what is it? It's a blank piece of paper. Fuck you!
I won't spoil too much, but like I hope you're watching it and not just listening to it, because their physical actions make some of the moments so much better.
Oh, for sure.
Like Jester at one point learns sending, and then Taliesin, because Taliesin sits right next to her, and he's just constantly counting on his fingers of how many words she's currently at, 'cause it's only 25.
I liked the bit early on where they're like, "You have a different dice for everything? Is this what you had to put up with in the last campaign?" And he just shakes his head and is like, "You don't have the slightest idea."
Laura has a dice jail.
I'm working on it. I have 4 complete sets and then a bunch of loose D10s. It's only the bottom. My bag isn't even halfway full yet, but...
But I mean, like, she has a literal, like, thing for jail, like, a jail for her dice.
I've seen dice jail. I've seen, like a dice tower. I want one, but I want to make one once I've accumulated enough to do so.
Yeah.
But I love my dice bag. I made it myself.
Nice. I need to learn how to sew. That's a skill I want to develop.
Making this, I'll send you the tutorial to make the dice bag. It's remarkably easy.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I just need to. That's just something I want to do. Laura founded that the ideology of dice jail. Yeah, I mean, I kind of do that myself to an extent, because, like, my dice hate me.
They do.
My DM dice, though, like, they're fine. They're metal.
I still think it's hilarious. We've all just sort of made the joke that Brooke's satanic trade to RN Jesus is specifically that instead of her being she's bad at D&D and really good at gacha games.
Yeah, like this morning I woke up at 1 a.m. from a nightmare, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want to, before I just start playing YouTube videos at a decent level so I can fall asleep and not have the nightmare again, I pull up Heroes on my phone. And since the new banner was released by that time, and I do my free summon, like I did the story, got the free orbs from that, and then like I did the summon, and in my free summon pool ended up getting the unit I wanted.
I hate.
So I'm just like,
look, we
here
love
we go.
Brooke, but we love Brooke, but we hate Brooke.
Look, I'm gonna have to be sacrificed. It's fine.
This is the joke, is we're like, Brooke can't show up at MomoCon because we'll kill her in a pagan sacrifice to RN Jesus.
Look,
Just
at
make
least
the suffering stop.
at least do that like after I experience MomoCon, and while Justin's not around, so then he doesn't murder all of you.
Oh, bring it. We'll kill your sissy boyfriend and offer him up too.
Well, at least we'll be together in heaven.
It'll be great.
Need to figure out what I finished the three D&D characters I knew I wanted to draw for this stream, so I think I'll draw my barbarian in Christmas gear.
It's November.
Well, you know what? It's never Halloween is over. I have free reign.
It's November!
It's free reign, Heaton. That's what this entire stream has been themed as.
Terrible. This is terrible and disappointing. I thought you were better than Gregor.
Look, I haven't switched my icon to a Christmas icon yet. I wanted to draw something.
This is true. Yeah, I'll just wait until your stream's over to do mine.
And then are you gonna be streaming the rest of the goddesses in that stream?
Yes.
Awesome.
I have 4 left.
Yeah, you got the Iron Goddess, the Light Goddess, the Dark Goddess, and
Stone Goddess.
Stone, yeah. The Precious Grandma.
There's Grandma, there's Murder Mom, and then there's the 2 gods with a capital G.
I mean, I would have thought Anastasia was Murder Mom, but We can have
prepping
2 more.
for Halloween in mid-September. Okay, no, I was not. I was not prepping for Halloween in mid-September. I waited until October started. I'm not a monster. I understand how this works. Oh, okay, this is stupid. So I have a thing in my house. My parents are not allowed to set up Christmas decorations until December 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically because my birthday is December 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother made this agreement because she didn't like that, like, kids who are born on, like, a holiday month get their birthday lumped in with the holiday.
Yeah.
So it's part of why, like, I have it's November, shut up, it's not time yet. Partly, but, like, I always thought that was really sweet, that my parents were like, no, we'll wait to celebrate Christmas until after your birthday is over, so you still get your special day.
And then you have my family. My dad was born on Halloween. My brother is the same month as for the 4th of July. I was born the day after Valentine's Day, and every 7 years my mom's birthday falls on Thanksgiving.
Your dad's spooky.
Yeah.
Your dad's a skeleton.
You know what? He's basically Sans Undertale.
I think every dad is basically Sans Undertale.
You're not wrong. If Sans was a lot louder of a character, just think he's Papyrus and Sans mixed, and that's my dad.
October 1st, 30 days before.
Justin, are you complaining that I'm drawing on my cute grills in Christmas outfits? It was your idea.
So you and your kind can shut up.
This stream was
No!
your idea.
No, he's yelling at me.
Oh.
No, it's not the same thing. Excuse you. 46 is a bigger number than 30, you piece of shit. It's not time yet. Celebrate your goddamn heathen holiday after the fucking feast.
Let's just be glad that Halloween is right where it is, because otherwise Christmas would seep into August. I'm not wrong. And
You're not wrong.
You can't tell me otherwise.
Convince me otherwise.
Although that doesn't stop Home Depot from putting up Christmas stuff in October.
God. I hate these people. Like, it's just, dude, like, come on. Let those of us who value Spooky Day have our day, come on.
So you're saying the time will be November 26th, but in your words, that's November.
Yeah, it shouldn't be in November at all. We start celebrating Christmas in the month where it happens. We start celebrating it in December, you dirty heathen.
The month where it happens. Insert Hamilton parody.
The month where it happens. The month where it happens. We celebrate it in the month where it happens. I'll do it. Don't fucking test me. Oh yeah, I'm going to soon remedy the other reason I had to kill Brooke.
Why is that?
Because I'm gonna get to go see Hamilton.
That's right.
I'm gonna go see it in New York! Haha, fuck you!
Joke's on you, I don't like big cities.
Joke's on you, neither do I.
Time to shuffle and repeat. Shuffle.
I hate drawing the backgrounds for these.
They turn out really good though.
They do. I like them so far, but like the problem is tarot card backgrounds historically have like a very strong line composition.
Yeah.
So part of the reason that it just incenses me is because it's way more complicated than you'd think it was.
Yeah. Like, I like Minifee, my little gnome barbarian, but I put a braid at the top of her head, and braids are a pain to draw sometimes.
She's cute. I like her.
Thank you.
She looks like a grumpy English teacher, and I appreciate her.
She's a little bit. She can't, because if I ever get the chance to, she's supposed to be played with Justin's bard, Finnegan Flynn, and she's supposed to be completely sick of his crap, and then they inevitably get together, and she's totally not a tsundere. What are you talking about?
It's not like I like you or anything. Rebecca. Don't worry about it. Kazuo's a tsundere too. That's coming out in the recent issues. That's not a problem. What are you talking about?
But
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie, I'm like one step away from having him just break out in I won't say I'm in love at this point. Like that's how bad it's fucking getting.
I think Minnie is interesting because, like, her story is that her family comes from, her gnomish background is that they're full of, scholars and they're very magically inclined, but when hers never really manifested, it was like, they didn't oust her, but she was very much frustrated with herself, and then it turned out her magic was basically barbarian rage because, you know, you get so angry that you have resistances to types of damage. I mean, it's basically another kind of magic.
Would you say that it pissed her off so much that she eventually developed magic anyway?
In her own way. And so she left home to learn about the world in person after reading so many books. And she's terrified of most of it, and then eventually gets over it and murders people with her giant great axe.
That's distinctly respectable.
It can be dispelled technically, so it is magic. See, that's why I'm like, it technically is magic.
Can you use Dispel Magic on Barbarian Rage? This isn't like, oh, if you can't, then no, I'm like actually wondering, can you?
What's the technicality? Because I know you, like, if you don't use it, if you don't attack or get hit, your rage stops.
Then it stops.
That's something I'd have to look into, but...
Yeah, again, this isn't like a blah technicality. It's like, no, like, actually, does it? Can you?
So that would be interesting.
I would imagine you probably can.
Probably.
Am I supposed to...
God, it's gonna be so much fun playing Rana and just, like, being the super naive character.
Soft.
Literally soft.
I have to do a big protect.
Like, if you spin it correctly, she will help you, like, steal things and other not savory things. You just gotta spin it correctly.
We had a really good moment in the last session of Arakashi where Mike, after like consistently haranguing Kazuo about his life decisions, i.e. his penchant for homicide, he's like, how did you get into the line of work that you have now? And Kazuo just like puts down his drink, just looks at Mike and goes, are you fucking serious? Like, you're gonna guilt me this whole time, and then now you're gonna... Okay, sure. No, fine. That's alright. Confirmed good children.
It's so interesting. Just Silver is he's a very precious human being. I know he would deny it outright if he heard me calling him that, but
benefit of him not being in the stream, we can tell him that he's good and he can't do a goddamn thing about it.
Exactly. Just like when, you know, he and Abigail were fighting and like he's pissy at her and he's just like so worried that like Just making sure that like I'm not actually mad at him or something like that, and we're not actually fighting as players, just as characters. I'm reading the chat. Shut up.
It's the same thing in that particular in Arakashi as well. Is I just have to keep being like, Scarlet, I love Mike. He is a good boy. My boy is a dickhole, and he's being mean. Please don't feel bad, because Kazuo's an asshole.
Like Silver being worried that it was coming off as him actually being mad or something. I'm like, no, don't worry, I can tell the difference. It's perfectly okay.
It's fine, hun.
Just like when Eliza yelled at Madrosh, I wasn't mad at Boone, just character stuff.
I mean, in fairness, Madrosh is an idiot.
This is also a fact. That is true. Maybe warn your party member next time that suffers from PTSD from fire to maybe warn them about using fire.
Oh god! So, I had a really weird moment in Arakashi this week.
Tell me about it.
So, our quest giver underwent the spell to turn himself into a titan. And he didn't tell anybody. So Kazuo got fucking mad and yelled at him, and he was like, this is the exact reason why I didn't tell you. And he's like, I'm not mad because you did it. I'm mad because you didn't tell me that you were gonna do it. And it turned into this whole thing of them, like, screaming at one another for, like, why did you do this? You should have told us, blah, 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 whatever. Right?
Right.
And so, he says, I'm like, this is... And I realized that there's no way for me to say it without it being weird, so it's like, oh, fuck it. So he just says, like, apparently if... He's yelling at Basashi, and he says, apparently if your leader, if your former boss thinks that this was a good idea, then he must be some kind of fucking idiot. And I'm like, and then in the chat, I'm like, I can't believe I just called myself an idiot. And then in Ray's voice during a different altercation, our fucking quest giver just goes, I'm an idiot. And I was laughing my ass off, and I'm like, I hate the fact that I don't have to invent a context for him to have heard Ray saying that he's an idiot. I hate that this is a completely plausible thing you would have just heard him saying at some point. I hate this.
Braids that go at an angle suck, and they need to cease existing forever. I did this to myself. I can't complain. What?
Why do you do them that way?
The way the way I draw them?
Yeah.
I don't know, 'cause it's like the braid shape, and it's like on a side angle view.
Do you not know how to... Do you not know the easy way to do that?
I mean, I've looked it up multiple times. No,
Yeah,
no one else joined.
If you just draw a tube, and then you draw the center line where you want it to be, like, perspective-wise,
Uh-huh.
then you draw the... hang on, I'll just... Tips for the future. If you do it like...
Well, I never said I was smart. I even said that I have the intelligence of a dented car key, so...
No, this is, I mean, I was doing it the same way until somebody taught me how to do this. I'm just... lame-ass tutorial. i.e. copy-pasting the same images repeatedly until...
Shortcuts! That's the benefit to digital artwork.
Tried drawing traditionally for Inktober again, and haha, fuck that.
I mean, I basically just draw in my sketchbook every day anyway. So it's not like it's a big deal.
I just draw digitally so much at this point. I'm like, I'm broken.
I was having the opposite problem. I'm like, I've been drawing traditionally so much, like, why doesn't digital art feel good anymore?
Wait. This is all in the same layer? Ah, fuck! I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
I mean, yes, but it's besides the point.
Shut your mouth, bro. I'll hit you in the face with a dented car key. That's how we make Brooke see her own value. We hit her with car keys. The beatings will continue until morale improves.
I could talk about my drawing escapades, but that implies I have motivation to do crap all right now. You know what? Motivation is weak. Discipline is forever.
Motivation is for the weak.
I mean, discipline does help you get more stuff done than just motivation. If you just sit,
That's true.
if you just sit down and force yourself to do something, even if it's a small thing, over time, it'll just like develop. Bless you.
Oh god. I'm sorry, I sneeze like the world is ending.
My sneezes are either the most quiet things in the world or the loudest.
But there's that. For future reference.
Heaton, I am very angry. I'm so
Yeah,
angry.
did you not know?
No.
Did you not know about this?
I did not know the tube method, no.
Well, now you know.
I'm saving this to my computer as we speak.
If you want them to be like more extensive, all you have to do is like extend the way the lines work. But yeah. Again, like this is something that happened to me a lot. It's like the stupid learning to draw feet thing. Like
Yeah.
the way you draw feet in sections. I didn't learn that until recently, and that pissed me off because I'm like, I didn't know how to do this. But like, it's just a case of like, well, now you do.
Now you do, now just do it right.
Yeah, there's really no. When you learn like cool art tips like that, there's really no point in getting mad about it. Like it's, you know how to do it now.
Yep.
Now you never have to do it again.
My Pinterest is just full of art tutorials and brushes and references. like the sketch brush I've been using, I found that because for some reason Pinterest sends you emails of boards you might like, which has been actually kind of helpful. It's just nice.
I've been I typically. What am I doing? Wow, my brain just turned the fuck off for like a second. Holy shit.
Accidentally switched it to autopilot, or did the...
Like, I just... Yeah, okay, god. No, I'm dumb. Wow, that... I'm working on I'm doing the backgrounds for these pieces while I'm talking to you and watching your stream. And I just, for some reason, was like, wait, how do I do sunset gradients with this tool? Like, my brain just completely, like, just powered down for, like, 30 seconds. Was like, what the
I feel that so hard. That's a huge mood for me. Ow. My ear. I hate my ear a lot. Because my ear suffers from atmospheric pressure changes. So it hurts like all the time because stuff sucks. And there's nothing I can do about it. So it's a welp, guess I'll die.
Relatable. Do you have the problem that like when something is wrong with you, like when you like when something hurts or when you're like in any kind of pain that you just don't do anything about it?
Yes, I frequently, if I get headaches or if it's my cycle cramps, I will just try to tough it out instead of just doing the smart thing and take Advil.
Oh yeah, my mom makes fun of me all the time. She's like, I'm like, oh god, everything hurts. I'm in so much pain. And my mom's like, have you taken an Advil? And I'm like, why would I do that? Advil is for the weak, mother.
But then sometimes I get the cramps from when it's on the other side of the other fallopian tube, and it feels like I'm actually dying, and I have to take Advil, a heating pad, and take a bath shower.
Just to function.
Yeah. Literally screaming bloody murder.
Which is the biggest mood.
Because my body hates me. For whatever reason. What did I do to you, body? Just because I'm not having sex, why do you need to punish me so?
This is your body being your angry Jewish grandma and demanding that you give it grandkids?
Yeah.
Why aren't you having children?
Except I'm not Jewish. Which just makes it even weirder. Is Avi telling me to give him grandkids?
Avi is the CC's Jewish grandmother. This headcanon is confirmed.
I realize that blue can also be associated with the holiday, but I'm trying to get out of working with blues all the time, so I'm just not gonna. We're just not doing that.
Christmas greens are good.
Yeah.
There we go, all prepped and ready.
Yeah, and then I'll probably be on that stream.
Hell yeah!
Because I got nothing better to do until the session tonight.
I got some stuff to do, but do it after. But she's a cute. I like this one.
Thank you. She is tiny smart grill who will who will cut you up with her Dread Axe. She is freaking ripped under this peacoat.
The blade of this is bigger than me. I will murder you to death.
'Cause I don't know about you, but I just want to message Avi that he's not Jewish, CC grandma. Good, do it. God, I'm just a little sick of the trope that all barbarians are dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
just,
usually just because it makes a good dump stat for...
Yeah, but... Like, I'm gonna, depending on how well I roll her stats when I eventually get to play her, like, her intelligence is gonna be decently high.
Just make it not your dump stat.
Yeah. I'd probably dump, like, charisma or something like that.
I am socially awkward!
I mean, she stayed at home. She was, like, homeschooled and studied and was surrounded by books and her family, so... She's book smart, just not people smart.
I always think it's funny that the interface doesn't show up when you stream.
What do you mean?
Like, when you save a canvas, it doesn't show up the UI of, like, the folder where you're saving it and such.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the way OBS does it, I guess.
I mean, I'm glad for that. I don't want you to see how many folders full of certain types of fan art that I have, but, you know.
I don't need people seeing the things I've drawn.
The things I've done.
Just, It's like, honestly, the best way to get good at anatomy is to just draw lewd or porn.
It is. It's remarkably helpful.
That's just the fact of the matters. Or if you want to be a normal person, you just take a lot of figure drawing classes. But if you're not in school, porn is the next best thing for learning how to draw anatomy.
Draw lewds. It works.
My tablet screen is all dirty, and I can't put water on it because it's the tablet, so I just have my little screen cleaner here.
I should probably clean mine as well at some point.
Do you wear like a glove with your screen tablet, or?
Fuck no. I have one, but I don't use it.
My hand gets so sweaty.
I'm sitting in a glass-walled room while it pours down snow outside. It's the coldest it could be. Which actually makes this the optimal room for PC gaming now that I think about it, because the room's so fucking cold all the time.
My room is the exact opposite. It could be like 75 and my room is like 80 or higher.
Haha, you live in California.
I do. I'm sweating as I sit here.
Out of curiosity, let's find out what temperature it is here right now.
I think I might do one more character and then I will. Scobby messaged me saying, "What's the deal with me being being the Jewish grandma?" I'll dance
I
with
also
later.
received this message. Keaton, yeah? Oh, it's 20 degrees outside.
I would rather have your weather.
Hell yeah. Snow's coming down. It looks like there's, I would say, 5-6 inches on the ground right now.
I have only seen snow twice in my life.
About fucking time, to be completely honest. I'm genuinely surprised that there wasn't this much snow for Halloween. It's the first time in a long ass time.
I mean, it did snow earlier in October to where the point it ruined your stream.
It did! It did ruin my stream. It was very upsetting.
I apologize for the blank canvas. I'm just trying to pull up a reference picture I have for Jax, because I need to draw Eliza's husband in the tackiest Christmas sweater before we end off the stream.
Ah, he's still typing.
But I don't remember what I named the picture.
Oh, this is unrelated.
Oh, okay. Where's the picture? I need it. There it is. Because in their canon, Eliza and Jax end up having a daughter, and Eliza's so adamant that she's not going to become a dirty wizard like Jax is, but she does anyway.
Not gonna have any fucking mages in my house.
Despite the fact I married one.
You and your fucking wizards.
Yeah, that is a little weird stalking fan.
I think I'm actually gonna hop out and let you finish your stream and start up my own.
Okie dokie.
Competitive streaming!
No, but then the call will be full by the time I'm done.
No, it'll be fine, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Later, nerd asses.
Later.
Stream.
Thanks for hopping in.
You're welcome.
Eee. Wizards are cool, but Jax is a jackass. the volume level okay? It should be okay. I'd set up a stream, but then people who are working on the bathroom just showed up. Yep. That's always how it goes, ain't it? Actually, I'm thinking I'm just gonna, like, end my stream and then join Heaton's. So, thank y'all, for coming. I'll probably finish this off stream. This was fun. But I'll be sure to post these on Twitter after. Because this was fun. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.